everybody, Dexterity Redheart here. Last episode, the sax man buggered off, for now, and we got a slumber party with a naked kitsune. And, let's begin, shall we? Decided that maybe it would be a bad idea to spend some time with the two sisters to get to know them a bit better. Well, I do have 2 weeks until I need to get back to my own world, so there's really no need to rush. How about we do something else instead? I'm sure Machiko-san wouldn't mind the distraction. Right at me. Well, the longer I get to stay away from that place, the better. How about bringing Maiko-chan along to go fetch some desserts for us? There are oranges, apples, and a small vineyard behind the mansion. I could whip up some cream to go with it, if you would like. Sure. That sounds easy enough. Let's get us some delicious fruit, Maiko-chan. Alright! As Maiko led me towards the garden of the impressive mansion, she seemed a little quiet, though she had something on her mind. I wanted to ask her about it, but something about the way her ears sagged and her tail hung low told me that probably wasn't the best idea. I decided I would simply try to cheer her up. So, which do you prefer, Maiko-chan? Apples, grapes, or oranges? We could gather all three, but I bet we can grab a few for ourselves first. Apples, I guess. I knew a fox spirit once, a friend of Onisama, who loved apples. I can't remember her name, though. I guess my head's a bit hollow. Apples are awesome. Crunchy on the outside and sweet on the inside. And your head isn't hollow, silly. If that was true, I'd think I'd still be stuck in that jail cell. Onisama did the most of the thinking, though. I just sort of went along with what she said. Well, someone has to take the lead. Besides, I'm still grateful for your help all the same. How about... I playfully flicked Maiko's forehead with a grin. See? It doesn't sound hollow at all. Sure, there's plenty of clever thoughts in that pretty little head of yours. Ow! Meanie! Now you know I'm right, at least. Anyway, let's get those apples, shall we? Okay, I'll get them. I'll get them. You go grab the basket over there. Alright, let's get down to business. Feeling hyped, I went to grab one of the baskets stacked nearby and returned to the Maiko, who had started climbing one of the trees. I might sneeze, so I have to mute myself. The girl looked accustomed to climbing, but her small hands had me a bit worried. Hanging from the branch with just her legs, she checked to see if the apples were ripe. Rip. Maiko-chan, be careful. You might slip. Ow! The girl had thrown an apple at me, and while my reflexes let me catch it with ease, the force behind it still stung my palm a little. Of course, I did exaggerate a bit for the girl. Haha! I'll be fine, Taka-kun. I've been climbing these trees all my life. Even the most experienced climbers end up running into trouble if they aren't careful. I smiled, waking up the girl's excited attitude and placing the apple I caught into the basket. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fox spirit. I won't fall. I'm super careful. Watch. I'll grab the apples near the top. Wait, Maiko-chan. Unless you can fly, I don't think you should go for those. Fly? I can't do that, silly. Silly Taka-kun. Who has ever heard of a flying fox spirit? Ah! As expected, the moment Maiko... Why did it sound like the tree fell too? Maiko tried to reach for one of the apples near the top of the tree. The girl ended up losing her footing and tumbling down towards the ground with a loud cry. Maiko! My reflexes quickly kicked themselves into gear, trying to catch the girl before she hit the ground. Unfortunately, I didn't notice the apples scattered around the tree. As a result, I ended up tripping over them. Who wouldn't look at their feet to see the apples around the base of the apple tree? I managed another few steps and was able to catch Maiko before I dropped to the ground. I swear to God, if the sax man shows up, because the sound went down. My head was throbbing. If something happened, I swear to God, fucking sax man, I'm gonna smack you. Once I had recovered, I know a person that plays sax. Oh wait, no I don't, because he was an asshole and he stole something from me and left. Good, he can go fuck himself. That gives me a better reason to actually not slap him, but punch him. Once I had recovered from the fall, I tried to sit up, but found myself held down by a small but substantial weight. Open Opening my eyes, I looked up to see Maiko sitting on my lap. That's even worse! Owie! I guess I tried to reach a bit too far. Thank you, Takahiro. You saved me. You gave me a soft, well, kinda soft and kinda hard landing. Fucking innuendos. Maiko-chan. Maiko-chan. Do you mind you're crushing me? Wow! Oh my gosh, Takahiro, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry! As the younger girl grew increasingly flustered, I knew I had to calm her down. Gently I tilted my legs beneath her, and she toppled forward, her head resting against my chest. Isn't that a cute sight, but it's not that sight. I guess we've learned that the fox spirits can be pretty clumsy. Or maybe that Maiko is even cuter up closer than I had thought. Shush your mouth! What? Takahiro, I think you're mistaking me for Oni-sama. Nope, I'm talking about you. You have that innocent side to you that's really charming. Okay, I might have to rethink the age thing. Why? Okay, hold on. Just thinking about this. In a lot of animes, there are characters that look younger but are older. Same with mangas. So she could well be in her 20s. Even at least just above 18. I still stick with my saying that Machiko is a bit older than her. Or else let's be really fucking awkward. I wouldn't be surprised if lots of people from the village would want to claim you as their adorable little sister once we've cleared up those misunderstandings. I'd be happy to call you my brother, Takahiro, but lots of people in that village are super mean. I just want to spend time with you and Oni-sama. But brother, how about darling? Creep-o alert! Darling, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Really? I think we'd be a cute couple. A hero and a fox spirit. Living happy. You haven't really... Well, you did save Machiko technically twice. Maiko twice now, too. A hero and a fox spirit living happily ever after. Your sister could stay too. Wow! The third wheel! Yeah, I played that in a lot of things, and I don't like doing that. We could raise a little family. I mean, we already have a house, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. And any guy from my world would kill to have a pretty wife like you. I looked back a chuckle, knowing all too well that my teasing was taking effect, and yet I was also happy to see her spirits seemingly lifted. Thank you, Takani. I think Taka-kun would be better. Machiko-san probably went like another sibling. But I'm glad you cheered up. You didn't seem too happy earlier. The way your tail and ears were hanging low reminded me of a scalded puppy. Huh? Oh right! I was just thinking is all. You know about that spell I wanted to try? The one that needs the silky wedding undies? Wow! Wedding sash. It's kind of like a belt that the bride wears during the wedding ceremony. I doubt my spell involves panties. Involving panties would be a good idea to cast. Oh, I thought it was like wedding undies. Even though I know what a wedding sash is. Fucking... You wear on your wedding night. Trust me, I've actually been to 2 weddings now. The one went by pretty fast because I was really fucking tired and I didn't want to be there. And the other, I was really little and I was really bored, so I kind of dreaded being there. I was the ring bearer at my sister's wedding, and I think I was just a guest at my brother's wedding. Because he had some of his friends be, yeah. Oh, I thought it was like wedding undies that you wear on your wedding night. Like I said, I think I have ADD, because my mind goes other places when playing things. Anyway, the spell, I don't know why, but I've wanted to try it for a little while now. And, well, it's a gate spell, not like those super temporary ones. Those are easy to make, a permanent one, like a portal to a different place. Sounds interesting. But are you sure it's safe? Silly Takani. That's not the point. This spell, it might be able to help you. Well, that's good and all. I'd prefer not ending up in the middle of a sea or a live volcano. I think we should be a bit more careful with your magic. I'm a good mage. And that's what Harry said when he told Atlas he had a solution to their water shortage. Huh? What's Atlantis? A city with high ambitions, sunk into the deep due to poor management. Anyway, I think it's best that if we get an expert opinion before we try anything. We're going to visit this Shuri anyway, so maybe she'll be able to tell us if your spell will get me home. Why? But Suchan told me I shouldn't use magic at all. She said it was only for her to use or something. Maybe she had a reason for saying that. Like, maybe, I don't know. Do spells have side effects? You're just like Oni-sama. She forbid me to, but I showed her that spells could be helpful and that I can control them. So she let me do more research. I'm not going to throw spells around like they're nothing. I'm not a dumb little kid. I'm not going to do anything. Besides, you seem old enough to take care of yourself. Not that I know how old someone like you might be, but beware of the dark side of magic. In some stories, magic usually comes with a price. Like, what would you do if magic gave you a terrible tummy ache or headaches? Or worse, diarrhea. Well, that is worse, but I think tumors and stuff like that would be even worse, more effective of a thing. Same with, I don't know, stealing your life source and leaving you utterly weak as hell. For those of you who checked out COC, you know there's a character that has done that. You better prepare a gate spell to the nearest bathroom. You fucking clown. I do get headaches, but those aren't really all that big a deal. I get to do a lot of things for Onisama. I'm not gonna change that ever, so there. I already said I wasn't going to make you do anything. However, what you do need to change is the fact that you're straddling me, and you're rather close, so I'd appreciate it if you could get off. Aw, but you're so warm and soft. Either he's... You know what? I'm not going to point out that I've pointed this out many of times. But if the key thing to a good relationship is comfortability, why is it that fat people like myself, well, male fat people, I'm excluding female for a quick second, have such hard times keeping relationships? I mean, wouldn't a girl be comfortable in the arms of basically a giant fucking teddy bear? I could just curl up and sleep on you. Wait, don't go falling asleep on me. Yeah, just kidding. I wouldn't do something like that out here. Maybe tonight, though. It's not fair since Onisama got to do it. But more importantly, dessert. We need to get back inside. Onisama's probably wondering what's taking so long. Good thing I used my technical Pinky voice on her, because she technically seems like a Pinky character. I couldn't really argue with the girl's impeccable logic. And with a smile, I helped the girl to her feet and gathered a few fallen apples. Apples to the basket. We returned to Machiko and enjoyed our dessert together. It wasn't too long after that Maiko started to feel sleepy, so Machiko took her to bed, wishing me a good night. The next morning, checking my time real quick, 10 minutes, we're still good. I woke the next morning, the sun filtering in the wooden blinds. Yawning loudly, the girls had very graciously given me an entire room to myself, and it was certainly... Pardon me, that probably got into the mic. That was nasty. Bigger than my room back home. The only thing that's different about me and Ken drinks his water out of a wine bottle. I drink mine out of a normal bottle. I've been thinking about getting a flask to drink water out of that. It was still early in the morning, likely a bit before breakfast. I decided to spend a short moment to gather my thoughts. It's clear that in order to learn more about my situation, I would need to pay a visit to the shrine. Maybe I could even find the answers to some other questions that had been lingering in the back of my mind for a while now. The fact that Machiko seemed surprisingly nervous the minute of Shuri's name made me wonder about her relationship. What could possibly have happened? Possibly. I wish I can make my eyes go crossed. The only way I can actually make them actually go inward is just looking at my finger. Like everybody can do. What could possibly have happened to make Machiko react like that? The apparent hostility between the villagers and the fox spirits was another issue altogether. Of course, I couldn't forget about the fact that I needed to find a way to get home as well. Just as I finished gathering my thoughts, Maiko's voice sounded from the downstairs. Takani, breakfast is ready. Could you go get Oni-sama? Sure, we'll be right there. I quickly... Something's gonna happen, I swear to God. And Saxman's gonna be back. I swear to God, either at some point later on or right now. I'm gonna be pissed. Fucking Saxman. I quickly made my way out of the room, finding myself within one of the corridors of the mansion. Once outside, it didn't take long for me to find Machiko wandering down the corridor, her lips curved into a smile when she saw me. Only if I can get a girl to do that in reality. Curve into her voice. Well, I guess I could always just smile. Reality. Because normally smiling at somebody normally has them smiling back. Unless you're being a creep and just being like one of those evil smiles and giving them a glare. But no, I'm just a weird person, I swear. Okay, back to the game. No need to look for me, Taka-kun. I'm so used to saying me now. Maiko's voice reached me loud and clear. Good morning, Machiko-san. Did you sleep well? It was a decent sleep, although perhaps a bit lonely, however. You seem to be getting along well with my little sister. Takani, was it? Perhaps I should consider you my rival in the quest for her heart of our dear Maiko-chan. She seems to like it. I guess I'll be stuck with that name for a while. Oh, is it not to your liking? Well, perhaps you would prefer Darling instead. You were watching us? That cheeky smile! You can't see me pointing, I'm pointing directly at her face. That cheeky smile. Indeed, I was taking you both such a long time I grew rather curious and snuck out. But I didn't see you at all. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I am a fox spirit, hiding myself from humans, like playing hide and seek with a child. Then why didn't you use your hiding spells to hide from the guards? Now that you mention it, thought never occurred to me. Well, it certainly was fun getting chased by them. Unfortunately, Maiko does not have the best control over her change. She is far too excitable and is unable to maintain illusion. It is her one magical blind spot. That I'm sure it wouldn't have been fun if the Tsundere Tyrant had caught you both. That certainly would have been an unpleasant experience. Then again, I am sure you would have ended up saving me, wouldn't you, Taka-kun? Technically, I already did. Well, he already did. We're playing as a character we didn't create. But apparently, like, considering we don't ever see his face, it's pointing that he is us. So, I noticed a subtle change in Machiko's voice as the sweet sugar-coated words. I don't fucking care. As my cheeks are flush red. I really wasn't any good at dealing with this girl's flirty attitude. Stepping backwards, I turned towards the stairs at the end of the corridor and replied in a hurried tone, Maiko-chan is waiting for us. And with that, I rushed towards the kitchen, with Machiko giggling behind me as she followed. Ah, good morning, both of you. I fixed up some eggs and toast for you. There are some oranges, too. Wasn't just blowing my nose out of the camera. Ah, wonderful. Thank you, little one. You're getting better at this. To wake up knowing a pretty girl made me breakfast. It's good to be alive. Perhaps you would enjoy having one rest by your side as well. You fucking teasing Kitsune! That's a bit overkill, especially considering the condition of said girl. I recalled the sight of Machiko sleeping yesterday, and my cheeks immediately grew red. I quickly sat down at the table, trying to distract myself by changing the subject. So, thanks to you two, I learned a little about this world. How about I return the favor and talk about mine? Have anything you want to ask? Oh, yes! Whoa! Bad. I really should have turned that off. Oh, yes, I want to know, what are the spirits like in your world? Spirits, you say? Thought about a question for a moment before I replied with a sheepish grin. Well, in my world, spirits only exist in folk tales, and they appear in stories, and certain religions even worship them. But it's not like we got them running around like they do in this world. Folk tales? Worship? Your world is strange, Takakun. Aw, that's kinda boring. What about your life? Are you a defender of your village? You said something about judo before. What is it? What is that? You mean judo? Well, in my world, people go to this place called school. It's basically a place of knowledge where you learn a lot of things before you're considered an adult in our society. But in my world, the defenders are known as the police. They keep things peaceful and such. Not in America. I'm just a student. I guess you could say that I'm studying to become a defender. Not just of my village, but my whole country. It was a bit exaggerated, but I felt kind of nice to call myself a defender. That sounds weird. Is the police like the army or something? Defending the whole nation? Your world is very strange, Takakun. I wouldn't call it strange, Machiko-san. It's this world that's weird. But no, the police is like the guards in the village. We do have an actual army that defends the country, though. Either way, your world sounds like fun, especially if everyone's like you. Anyway, we... Oh no! Oh dang it, these oranges all have worms in them! Ew! Oni-sama, did you forget to check them again? Oh, how terrible. I must have been overcome with fatigue and never gotten around to checking them properly. Bah, you big old lazy meanie! I'll just have to go and get some apples instead. As Mecha went outside to grab some apples, my eyes drifted towards Machiko, who was observing me with a content smile, clearly pleased with something. It is such a relief to see her in such a good mood. It has been a tough few months, I must admit. She has been upset with her magical skills not have been progressing as fast as they once did. We all have our ups and downs, especially when it comes to studying. I just remember how I used to dread exams. So little time for my judo. It made me rather sad at times. My mustache is tickling my nose! Stop it! Ah. It does sound rather stressful. Tell me, Takakun, what is it that you study? I'm intrigued by this school notion. Well, my situation is a bit different from most. When I go to school like everyone else, I actually aim to become an athlete. To explain it in a way you would understand, an athlete is someone who practices a certain sport, and those who are among the best end up representing their country. I have an upcoming tournament. Get over it! That will decide whether or not I will be able to represent my country in judo. I think I understand. Your focus is on your strength, while still gathering knowledge to allow yourself a multitude of options. An interesting method. I should thank you. I guess you could say it's like that, but why thank me? I believe that your sudden appearance in our world has had a lot to do with Maiko's newfound joy. I can hear her singing, something I have not heard in weeks. It warms my heart to see her so overjoyed. And I believe it is because of you. Thank you, Takakun. I doubt that's the only reason, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at Machiko before continuing. Then again, I should also thank you, busting my rear out of jail. I don't want to think about what I would.
I'm going to finish the sentence.
I would have been doing if I was still in the care of this Sundari tyrant. Okay. Thank you all for watching. My name is Dexter. If you liked the video, why not leave a like, add to your favorites, subscribe to listen to Red Heart Army today. As always, leave your suggestions in the amazing comment section below. My name is Dexter Redheart, Dexterity Redheart, and as always, my good tea salutes you. Fucking Kitsunes.